Go.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew,
I'm Kevin.
and this is the Baker Nichols Show, episode 5.
Episode 5.
And we're talking about our tutoring experiences from October 5th. So I'm just going to go ahead and start out. To be honest, Kevin and I don't really remember really much that happened on Wednesday, but that's all right. I remember in third period, I helped one of the kids that's actually been relatively quiet and kind of kept to himself. I helped him with geometry. And so it's been really, like we've been saying, it's really good to develop relationships with the students. And each week, students are becoming more and more comfortable. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes I feel like some of the kids don't focus on their work because
they just want to talk to us about like just people stuff, like not really talking about math.
Yeah. So finding a medium in which it's since we're only interns, we're not actual teachers yet. Finding a medium of having authority to make them work on work and having authority to just chill with them or whatever is something that Kevin and I are still trying to figure out. But so the kid with geometry was trying to figure out the formula for angle measures, and he just really struggled with he just really struggled with knowing the formula, which is 180 times n minus 2 is the formula for the total angle measures of the interior angles. And he really forgot about that, and so he was really struggling. So it was good because I was able to present the formula to him, and then also I was able to expose him to new ways to use that formula to solve other types of problems, like the total angle measures of the exterior angles, the total, like the individual measure of an exterior angle for, n side of polygon of, n could be like 50 or whatever. But so that was really beneficial to help me help the student out with that. And then I helped another student with geometry, and he was focusing on just, two parallel lines with a transversal going through it. And he knew kind of like which angles were congruent, but he just didn't know the names for them. So I really worked with him to identify, opposite interior angles, adjacent interior angles, supplementary, complementary. He knew which ones were congruent, which ones weren't, but he just didn't really know the terminology. So that's one, thing Kevin and I should work on in geometry or in math in general, is make sure kids know terms, because a lot of the kids know what they need to do, they just don't really know how to explain it, or they don't really know what's being asked of them, even though they actually know the content if it's presented in a way.
Yeah, like they might be able to think about it in their own way in their own heads, but to be able to translate their personal knowledge to I guess the textbook knowledge, I guess there's some sort of area there that we could focus on.
Yeah. And so, that's pretty much all I worked on, on Wednesdays. That I just did a lot of geometry stuff, and so Kevin's gonna talk a little bit about what he did.
I kind of thought a lot about behavioral management, because as Andrew mentioned earlier, we're definitely developing more of a relationship with some of the students, and some more than others. And it's nice that they can confide in us and talk to us and be friendly and be reasonable. But then when they I don't know, I guess when they talk to each other, there's definitely that other aspect of student-to-student relationships, and if they can if they start getting rude or immature towards each other, where we can step in to be hey, stop doing that, be more polite, be more nice, but it's kind of hard to just tell somebody be nicer, not many people just respond to that. So I think I don't know, I guess being nice ourselves I guess would be more of a role model for them to imitate our behavior, as opposed to just telling them what behavioral ways to be. I guess that's something I thought about.
Yeah, right. I think the kids look to us so much more than we realize, that we can also use our personal example a lot more than we think. Yeah. So I think that's a good method, just number one, for behavior in the classroom, because in the classes that we tutor, the teachers is usually kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, because because they're not exactly teaching the class. It's right. Academic lab, so all they have to do is they just make sure that the students are doing work. So the students all kind of divvy themselves up, and then they do work on their own terms. So that's what he was saying. Sometimes they get kind of off task and just start, doing whatever they want to do, just talking about their day, all that jazz. So I don't know. It's just being there, helping who needs to be helped, and I don't know, let the rest take care of itself, I guess.
Yeah. So I think we're going to move into the second part of our video, which is the part that, Dave so
Gave us freedom to talk about
so nicely gave us freedom to talk about. And Kevin and I both want to be coaches in high school, and we're really excited about the possibility of coaching various sports.
I love coaching. I've been
so I'm gonna let Kevin talk about it.
I don't know. I just love coaching. Like I've done some coaching when I was in high school. I helped a friend of mine coach like a 11 and 12-year-old travel baseball team, and it was like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was the time of my life, but I definitely had a lot of fun working with these kids, just like traveling to games with them, and we just had a blast the whole summer. And then like on top of that, like I've been like a referee, umpire for my town, like recreational sports. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know, it's just fun. Like, I mean, I love sports. I'm very competitive, and I don't know, I just love sports. I'll probably be doing it my whole life. Like I play sports all the time, trying to play flag football, and just, I don't know, I just love sports. So being a coach is something that I really think that I can do. I guess.
Really would like to coach. I mean, I played football and lacrosse in high school, but I think basketball is probably my favorite sport ultimately to play. So I really would like to coach basketball or football in you know, if I teach, you know, hopefully high school, because I don't know, I just using all the knowledge I've gotten from my coaches, aka my dad and slash other coaches, and just the great coaches I received in football, and just the knowledge I have about the game. I really want to like relay that information to high school students.
Yeah.
And as Kevin said, I'm really competitive. I love playing sports, all different types, and just being in that environment. Also, it's another way to gain relations with the students.
It's true.
And maybe I can earn respect in the classroom by earning respect as a coach first, you know. So if they're intimidated by me on the football field, maybe they'll respect me a little bit more in the classroom.
That definitely makes sense. 'Cause I mean, I can think about like the coaches I had back in the day, and like the coaches I had that I respected as a coach, I definitely gave them more respect as a teacher. And like you definitely build like a different type of relationship between a coach and a player as opposed to a teacher and a student. Like you can talk to the kids and you can reach them in a whole different type of way, like out in the field. You know, a kid might be one person like out in the field, but then when you get them in the classroom, you're just like shy and reserved or whatever. So being able to open them up in a whole new light, like you definitely get to reach the kids on another level, and I think that's important.
Yeah, and so I think that's one aspect of teaching, or just of the teaching profession, because that gives us opportunity to coach, like Kevin and I are really, really excited about. And we just want to talk about how amazing the game was last night.
Virginia Tech.
We beat Miami 38-35, and we scored the game-winning touchdown with 51 seconds left. Logan Thomas was a stud last night. We could not believe it.
It was one of the best fourth quarter experiences I've ever had. I'm still VT'd out. I still get goosebumps a little bit talking about it. Like that's why my voice is a little bit off. The game was just amazing. It's an amazing time.
Yeah, I think about halfway through the second half, I gave up on our team, basically our season, because I'm a really fair-weathered fan. In terms of our own, I mean, I love the Hokies to the very end, but I get very, very frustrated with them very, very quickly.
Some of those love it or hate it.